By a show of hands, how many women are in attendance today? Awesome. By another show of hands, how many people in this room have women in their lives that they care about? It's a majority of us, right? And my research is important to you because it seeks to understand how the women we care about have been excluded throughout history and in literature. My research specifically focuses on what's called the Modernist era of literature, and this took place in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Modernism can be characterized in two ways. First is a break from tradition, and second is valuing the individual. In an attempt to understand how women have been excluded from modernist studies, I examined two different aspects. One is the decades following the modernist era, and second is the creation of modernist anthologies, or large collections of work. In the decades following modernism, there were two main types of movements occurring, the first being literary and the second being social. Within the social movements, there were two main sub-movements, and that includes the civil rights movement as well as the women's rights movement. While these movements were rather progressive, the literary movements were rather regressive, and these include, one, the publication of The Death of the Author by Roland Barthes, as well as the emergence of something called New Criticism. New Criticism is a type of literary criticism or textual analysis that focuses on analyzing the text for itself and not the context around it or social circumstances. The Death of the Author, much like it sounds, also focuses on viewing the text for itself and not the author function. And because these were the people at the forefront of the literary movement in the decades following modernism, they played a major role in creating modernist anthologies. And in the modernist anthology that my research examines, there were included 63 male texts and only 11 texts by female authors, and that's not because women weren't writing. Almost half of the women used two initials, like J.K. Rowling, to represent their first name as to appear a masculine writer. And in today's society, we typically put women into the category of romance, even though they might be better suited in a category such as fantasy or historical fiction. It's important to understand the mechanisms in which women have been left out of literature in the past so that we don't repeat the same mistake in the present. Women have always been a part of history, and they deserve their proper place within it. Thank you.